So this is Cave Creek in South Langley, right near the American border. And sometime many decades ago, probably the 30s or the 40s, whoever was farming this land built a dam on the creek, presumably to retain water for irrigation in the summer, or perhaps watering for their stock, their cattle or other livestock. Like many ponds that were built for that purpose, this one had no provision for fish to get around the dam and into the upper parts of the watershed. So really the dam cut off most of the creek to salmon access and other native fish. So in the late 1990s, the Langley Environmental Partners Society, or LEPS, built a fishway around it, just a channel that was shallow or low enough gradient that fish could climb up it and get into the pond. The inlet to that fishway was a culvert, which unfortunately after a few years the beavers plugged completely. So the fishway was ineffective for probably close to a decade. And last year, 2020, we came in to try and fix it. Dug up the old pipe, put in a new one, and with the idea of putting on sort of a guard to keep the beaver out. As luck would have it, due to COVID, the actual guard to keep the beaver out was back ordered by about 4 months. So we had to block the front of the culvert. Then, because it was full of air, it floated at high water and is now sort of bent and a bit unstable. So we're just coming back in to fix that up, and as it should have been originally. So with any luck, by the time the rains come and this creek starts flowing again, because it's stopped right now as it does every summer, there will be free passage for salmon, endangered sailor suckers, which are found here, and other native fish. And so this pond is evaporated and sunk down below the top of the beaver dam there's an agricultural dam and then a beaver dam on top of that. So the fishway, it's hard to see through the blackberry, but comes in right there. And see this little ravine around, it wraps around the end. You can kind of see it through there, right? So it's just a constructed channel, all of round boulder stuff with a gradient that's low enough that the fish can swim up and around, get through the culvert there and out. So I've exposed the pipe. You can see this pipe was so long, or needed to be so long, that it's two pipes joined together. The joint's right under Caitlin's foot there. You can see some zap straps, big black zap straps. So that's part of the coupler. So what happened was, when that was full of air, because it was blocked, at high water, it came up, was on an angle, but still straight. When I saw it in June and all winter, last winter, and then this year, presumably when the temperature was, 42, it melted and sagged right back down. So we're hoping it might be a lot easier than we thought, and that we may not need to put another pipe in, anything. The idea is we're just going to dig out by hand underneath this, push that pipe down flat, and as long as we get the highest point well below the invert of the dam over there, the height of the dam, it'll function. And then we just backfill it. If that works, we'll be out of here very quickly. But then it will go over the dam without getting too much water on top.
Yeah, without it crazy.
If you get head, it's all like on top, right? You get more pressure, it'll force it through way faster.